Hi everybody, this is Joe Rizoli. The purpose of the video that I'm going to be showing you now is in 2006 we had a immigration sort of rally on Boston Common, and it was called the 21st Century Paul Revere Ride to Boston. These people went all over the country and they ended up finally in Boston, Massachusetts. And it was talking about the plight of illegal immigration and what it's doing to our country. The reason why I'm showing you this is because we're having all this talk about what's going to happen Saturday on the Common and with all the alt-right and the alt-left and all this. What I want to show you here basically is what happened to us in 2006 with the alt-left commie anarchist nutjobs who decided to attack us. I'm going to show you the interview with Frosty because I just want you to get the feel of what happened. In the interview, you're going to be watching the microphone I had. You could only hear the people talking, but it was so loud you could not barely talk. That's how much loudness the people, the alt-left, were making to stop us. It was incredibly loud. And they were swearing and yelling and screaming. I don't know why the cops let them so close to us, but they did it, even though we had a permit to be there. I just want to show you what the possibilities of things that could happen, and I want to show you the possibilities of things that happen with the alt-left. These people don't care about your free speech. They would pound you into the ground, believe me. So let's check this video out. It's not really that long, but I want you to know what's going to happen here. And you're going to see that us, the videotapers of the event, finally get run out of Boston. We had to be let out of Boston by the mounted police. Our lives were at stake here. We had no idea and didn't know what was going to happen to us. It was really a very frightful moment. But the alt-left people are just bloodthirsty nutjobs.
I never met you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The Paul Revere riders decided to leave Boston, but not until they were basically run out of Boston. You know, you don't mind, but these people on the Paul Revere ride are really decent people. They didn't swear at anybody. They didn't give anybody the finger. They were respectful. And yet you got the opposition over here, just a bunch of lunatics, out of control lunatics who think that if you don't agree with them on something, they're going to just pound it into you. Calling these nice people, family people, respectful people, racist, bigots, and everything you could possibly say to them. It just shows you that this is the America that we're going to be having in a few more years with these lunatics, this girl with the hair, with the glasses. These are the people that you're going to be seeing take over this country. Absolute mental people. I was ashamed, and Boston should be ashamed at these people, that they are even here to protest against Americans who are trying to stand up for rule of law. It's disgusting that these people are even here, living in this country, treating people like this, giving the finger. Incredible. Well, we thought it was over, but I guess it wasn't. This young woman, or whoever she is, this nutso case up here on the left, decides to attack us. After all, we're videotaping. Let's attack them. This little maniac, whoever she was, couldn't be seen on camera, though, but didn't want to be seen on camera, huh? But here she is holding a sign up 2 inches away from me. And now, what happens? We have to be escorted out of Boston. Well, these lunatics are chasing us down the street. And what? Because we were videotaping? What, we don't have a constitutional right to videotape? Oh no, now these people in the background are yelling racist and bigots and screaming, and here we are. We have to be let out of Boston by Boston police. Of course, now they all started to circle us and outnumbered us. We're the only 2 that were left in Boston, and now we certainly needed help. How are we going to get to our cars with these nutso cases, these commies trying to get to us? So the police realized that we had a problem, and they were going to help us get out of Boston. So what they decided to do was call for some backup, and even though these little maniacs are still screaming and yelling, The police call for backup. He's calling now the horse patrol. And 2 Americans who've lived in the country for 50 years now are going to be escorted by the Boston police out of Boston to safely go to our car, because these lunatics, these people who are wanting amnesty and rights for illegal aliens and everything else you can possibly give them, these people wouldn't leave us alone. And we were in fear that we didn't know what these people were going to do, vastly outnumbered by a bunch of lunatics, mental, stupid, ridiculous lunatics. And now we need to get out of Boston. So what's going to happen now, the police officer is getting on the phone. And right now he's calling over to the horses. As you see, they're coming over. We're going to be escorted out of the Boston Common by a police horse escort, because these lunatics who have their constitutional rights of freedom of speech don't want anybody else to have their rights of freedom of speech. And here we are, Jim and I are being led out of Boston by the horses and the policemen, with the lunatic people behind them yelling and screaming. And eventually they did stop and break off. And we finally got to our car safely. Thank God to the Boston police. Thank you very much.